The Sonic the Hedgehog games are popular, and whether you only know them through surface level knowledge, or if you are really deep into the series and its lore like I am, you are bound to know at least some facts about the game. But even some of the most die-hard fans of the series probably don't know some of the more bizarre, unknown, and just downright disturbing things about the series. Today, we are going to look at the Sonic the Hedgehog Iceberg, and what it contains. But before we begin, an explanation of what the iceberg is due. At the top of the iceberg, there are the more known and general knowledgeable things, but as you go down, the more obscure and weird the facts get. In the bottom right of the screen, I will be judging my knowledge on the topic depending how many rings there are. If there are 5 rings, I know what I am talking about for a fact, and if there is only 1 ring, I have no clue and it's really just a shot in the dark. And with that, let's take a dive. But before we do, over an absurd 96.4% of you guys are not subscribed. I don't normally ask you guys to subscribe, but if you can, it would be much appreciated. It's free, and you could always undo it in the future. Anyway, let's get to the topics at hand. Book or scepter. This refers to a scene in Sonic 06 where a gun agent wants a report from Rouge, but mistakenly refers to the Scepter of Darkness as the Book of Darkness. The Scepter of Darkness being an emergency protocol to steal the antagonist of the game, Mephiles. Nothing more to it, just an oversight in the mess of 06.
Agent Rouge, report your status immediately. Have you retrieved the Book of Darkness? Book of Darkness. Book of Darkness.
Mania April Fool's Day prank. Before Mania was released, there was an April Fool's Day prank on the Sonic Stadium website, claiming that Big the Cat would be playable in Mania. The joke being that Big the Cat is funny. Moving on. Sonic 06 campaign multiplayer. Within the files of 06, there have been voice lines found that indicate that at one point, Sonic and Shadow would work together in a co-op campaign mission. Sadly, I cannot find these voice clips, but I think they do exist. Possible Sonic Adventure remake. Fans have been speculating for a while now that in the future, a Sonic Adventure 1 remake will come out. As the head of Sonic Team, Takeshi Iizuka has stated in the past that he is interested in remaking the adventure games. Fan games. Throughout Sonic's lifetime, there have been multiple fan games that have been created by, well, fans of Sonic. There have been a lot of standout Sonic fan games recently, such as the Sonic 2 HD project, Sonic Robo Blast, and my personal favorite, Sonic Project Hero. The Ashura glitch. There is a glitch within Sonic 2 that can make Sonic turn green and black. The glitch going on to become a fan character named Ashura. Sonic R Fragments and Runners. In the now discontinued mobile game Sonic Runners, there are some music tracks in the game that were similar to some of the songs from Sonic R. I do not know which tracks these were, but if any of you do, let me know. Donkey in Sonic Mania. In Hydrocity Zone in Sonic Mania, there is an Easter egg regarding the YouTuber Video Game Donkey, where a soundbite of him is played when Sonic goes off one of the boosting things. It has since been patched out of the game. Here, have a look. Hidden Palace. Hidden Palace is a scrapped stage hidden in Sonic 2's game files. In the mobile remakes of the game, Hidden Palace was completely restored, making it an official playable level. Do the Freedom Fighters like guns? A reference to the now discontinued Sonic Archie comics, and how a lot of it got retconned in its later years because of one of the infamous writers, Ken Penders. Sonic.exe. Sonic.exe is a famous creepypasta based off Sonic the Hedgehog. It is regarded as a very badly written story with a lot of forced elements such as hyper-realistic blood, an overdone trope found in a lot of lost media creepypastas. Sonic Extreme. Sonic Extreme was a scrapped game that was being made on the Sega Saturn. It would have also been Sonic's first real 3D debut. Sonic Extreme has a lot of beta screenshots and is very known by the public. Original Windy Valley. In the beta of Sonic Adventure, the original Windy Valley layout was a lot different to the final layout shown in the final version of the game. Unfortunately, I do not have any screenshots of this. Tailsdoll. Tailsdoll was one of the unlockable characters in Sonic R. Tailsdoll would go on to become a creepypasta character in the same vein as Sonic.exe. Tailsdoll is also closely related to the song called Can You Feel the Sunshine in Sonic R, but it is played in reverse. Movie design operation. Once the redesign of this monstrosity was announced, there were theories that Paramount did this as a stunt to gain the movie more traction. But judging that there was merch created for the movie before the redesign, it is good to say that this theory is most likely false. Extended Sunset Heights. More of the layout of Sunset Heights from Sonic Forces was found, which implies that the stage would have been longer than it is in-game. Classic Sonic in SA1. Beta screenshots from Sonic Adventure 1 shows the Sonic that looks a lot more similar to his classic design, as well as Tails, who also sported black eyes in the beta. Sonic Team Vacation. It's said that during the development of Sonic Adventure, Sonic Team took a vacation to get references for stages of the game, most likely for Emerald Coast, and maybe other stages. Final Judgment Skybox. In Sonic Forces, there is an unused graphic for a skybox in Final Judgment. It is unknown why it went unused, but it is there. Knuckles in Unleashed. It was stated that Knuckles and Shadow were planned to show up in Sonic Unleashed, but were ultimately scrapped due to unknown reasons. Metal Sonic in 06. Just like Shadow and Knuckles in Unleashed, Metal Sonic was planned to appear in some way in Sonic 06, but was also scrapped. Evil Sonic. In the Archie comics, there is a character named Evil Sonic, which was, well, an evil version of Sonic from another universe. Evil Sonic goes on to become the more known character Scourge the Hedgehog, after he becomes infused with chaos energy. Either that, or it's a reference to the file name of the Werehog in Unleashed, which was supposedly called Evil Sonic. Gun or GUN. In the Sonic lore, there is a military task force known as the Guardian Units of Nations, usually abbreviated as GUN. This comes from the fact that GUN, or GUN, is usually abbreviated differently depending on which story or game it is. Sonic CD Hidden Messages. In the sound test of Sonic CD, you can find several pieces of art depicting Sonic-related things and Easter eggs. The most infamous one being of this disturbing image of Sonic with a human's head, with the words, "Fun is infinite," written in Japanese. It is theorized that this was made as an anti-piracy method for the game. Other more wild theories believe that it was created by the devil himself. My personal belief that this sign was just left in the game as an Easter egg to spook kids back in the day. Sonichu. Sonichu. Sonichu is an original character created by Christian, now Christine, Weston Chandler, otherwise known as Chris Chan, who has gone on to become one of the most documented individuals on the planet. Big Blue. The only thing I could think that this refers to is that occasionally Rouge the Bat will refer to Sonic as Big Blue. What that means is up to your interpretation. Feels the Rabbit. One of the first designs for Sonic the Hedgehog, a cartoony looking rabbit with an orange bow tie. This design has gone scrapped and it seems that it will never return. Terios. During the development of Sonic Adventure 2, the original design for Shadow was for a character named Terios the Hedgehog. This design has only one concept picture shown of it, and little is known about the character. Angel Statue in CD. In the level Wacky Workbench, there is a hidden statue of an angel just chilling there for some reason. The Sonic Bible. A very obscure concept for Sonic the Hedgehog's lore. Every idea from the story has since been scrapped, and in my opinion, best forgotten. Shadow is Sonic's prototype. A theory that goes off the base that Shadow calls Sonic the true ultimate life form, along with a theory that includes a mural from Sonic 3, apparently showing the events of Sonic Adventure 2. Hidden Palace was built by the Babylonians. I have no idea what this one could be referring to. I'm guessing it's a theory that the race of birds, the Babylonians, built the Hidden Palace from Sonic 2, but I absolutely have no idea where this is sourced from or who came up with it. Sonic Adventure DX and Speed. I also have no idea what this could be referring to. Apparently one of the Sonic Adventure DX posters references the Keanu Reeves movie Speed. I was only able to find wiki articles stating this, and I don't know if they exist or not. The Sonic Skeleton. In the Sonic Unleashed beta, you can see frames from the opening cutscene where you can see Sonic's skeleton while he's transforming into the Werehog. Lost Crisis City section. In the files of Sonic 06, there resides code that indicates that there is plans to add another section to Crisis City, which has now been lost. Vaporwave Station Square. The only thing that I can think this can be referencing is recently, a Station Square remix came out that I guess can be considered vaporwavy. King Arthur is Eggman. A lot of the Sonic characters in Sonic and the Black Knight have period representative versions of themselves, but Eggman doesn't have one. King Arthur is seen as one of the primary antagonists in Black Knight, so the theory implies that King Arthur is supposed to be Black Knight's Eggman equivalent. Eggman Roosevelt connection. Believe it or not, but Dr. Eggman is speculated to actually be based off a doodle caricature of Theodore Roosevelt. He was also planned to be the protagonist of Sonic 1. Sonic's shoes are a part of him. In Sonic Unleashed, Sonic's shoes also change when he transforms into the Werehog, so it's speculated that Sonic's shoes are a part of him, which I personally believe is just an over-observation. Real Life Babylon. And most prominently the Sonic Riders series, there's a location called Babylon Gardens, which is most likely based off the real-life location of Babylon. Sally and Jeffrey. An interview that our good old pal Penn Kenders did a while back, he stated that Sally and Jeffrey from the Sonic Archie comics did, well, rather explicit things. God, I hate Ken Penders. Sunky.mpeg exists in Mania. Sunky.mpeg is a joke parody of Sonic.exe, made to show how ridiculous the original Sonic.exe was. I don't know why this is on the list because Sunky.mpeg is a mod for Mania, so it does exist, but there is no reference to him in the base game. Ashura is a real character. This theory speculates that Ashura is a real character in the Sonic canon, and that he is supposed to be the secret character from Sonic Adventure. Now at around this time, we start to enter more of the made-up stuff for the sake of creepiness and ARGs. So if that doesn't interest you, and you are here strictly for educational purposes, you could go now if you want. But there will still be some truths in this level, and in the level below it. So, if you made it this far, you might as well just stick around for a ride. Riders Supersonic is Shadow. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what this one could be implying. So moving on. Riders cutscenes equal a reworked Sonic Armageddon. Once again, showing up for like the third time in this video, our good old pal Ken Penders made a Sonic movie pitch back in the day called Sonic Armageddon, and apparently it featured Sonic riding a hoverboard. This implies that Sonic Riders, specifically the cutscenes, were a reworked version of that pitch, which I can tell you is most definitely not the case. Unleashed Shadow build. Basically what I said earlier about Knuckles and Shadow being planned for Unleashed. This implying that Shadow was also planned to be playable, which there is no proof of. Secret OVA codes. Apparently there are secret codes in the Sonic OVA? I could find no evidence of this being true, but if you know if they exist, please tell me. SA2 Eggman speech. Most likely a reference to the Eggman pisses on the moon meme from the Snapcube Sonic Adventure 2 dub, which is hilarious by the way, you should go watch it if you haven't already, but I have no idea why this is on the iceberg. Adventure internet tunneling. Once again, I have no idea what this could imply. I researched up and down to see if there is internet features in Sonic Adventure or if there is internet features planned for Sonic Adventure, but I couldn't find anything that supported this, meaning that it's most likely a hoax. Sonic Boom Apocalypse. I guess this is a theory that implies that Sonic Boom is apocalyptic or post-apocalyptic because the characters are dressed like they would be in an apocalypse. This is a really weak connection in my opinion and just kind of feels like filler. Boards of Canada and Sonic. Boards of Canada and Sonic. What? CD Forces ARG. Possibly about the fan theory that Sonic CD and Sonic Forces are connected due to the fun is infinite and the main antagonist of Sonic Forces being named Infinite. Ira Majiri video original cut. First off, sorry if I butchered that. Irimajiri was an old vice president for Sega in 1998, responsible for a lot of the Dreamcast tech demos. I don't know what the original cut implies, though. Tails' death. In the Game Gear version of Sonic 2, the bad ending features a silhouette of Tails' head in the sky, implying that Tails dies in the bad ending of Sonic 2 on the Game Gear. Sonic 2 PSYOP. Literally no information is known about what this could be. My only guess is a parody of the every copy of Mario 64 is personalized thing, or it's meant to be in the same vein as it. Or it relates back to the Sonic movie publicity stunt theory, as that's all I got when I googled this. 151803 build. Probably just another parody of the July 29th, 1995 build of Mario 64, but for Sonic 06 instead. What the build has in it, or if it even exists, I have no idea. The Underground Prophecy. In Sonic Underground, there is a theme of a prophecy being fulfilled, but since Underground was abruptly cancelled, it was never fulfilled. Wind of God. What this means, God who knows. Next. R2. R2 is a lost level found in the files of Sonic CD. Only some sprites are shown from the stage, but it did exist at some point. I have no idea why this is so low on the list though. So that wraps up the Sonic the Hedgehog Iceberg. Although there are a lot of things in here that are either completely fake or had no evidence of, a lot of the stuff in here is actual Sonic facts and trivia, so I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is a bit longer than my usual uploads, but if you guys made it this far, it obviously must have interested you. So if you did enjoy it, please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss another video I make. Maybe more Sonic content in the future? Only time will tell. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, as I had a lot of fun making it. Anyways, I won't waste any more of your time. Goodbye, everyone. Yeah, rolling around speed of sound, got places to go. Forgot to follow my rainbow. I must keep on. Follow me, set me free. Trust me, and we will escape from the city. Yeah, yeah, yeah.